Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again here to Latta, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are now set to face off against the Latta Panthers here in the Latta tournament. And as expected, there's a pretty good home crowd here. The student section is fired up for the home team. Looks like there's a few of our looks like the boys stayed back to support the girls, and it looks like there's a few students here, Tandra. So
there absolutely is, and that's what you get when you go on the road and you go visit somebody else. Our home crowd is definitely going to be bigger than the visiting crowd, and especially when you have to drive over an hour away. That it's always going to be like that, and I think that the way that changes is just getting the students more involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's only so much you can do, and that's fine. That's no big deal. The girls are going to show up, and they're going to, get ready to play right here.
Well, in Latta, it's about an hour and 15 minutes away. Mm-hmm. So, for some of the kids, if they have after school activities and then trying to get all of that done and then trying to get over here. And then for a lot of, I really expect our home crowd to pick up. Probably in the next 15, 20 minutes. A lot of folks that are getting off at 5 o'clock are going to be just now getting here. I've been texting back and forth with a couple of my friends back home, and so that's kind of what I'm getting from them.
Yeah.
So I expect, there's several pretty good travel crowd here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're supposed to start at 6:30 here in Latta, and it's 6:48 right now, and we still have about 7 minutes on the clock. So give or take, we have about 10 minutes until tip-off. So that's a long drive home late at night, too. And the kids have school tomorrow. So,
absolutely. But doing a little scouting, and it sounds like this Latta team's pretty decent.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have I think we're going to have ourselves a pretty good ball game here.
I think so, too. Latta comes in, and they're going to be really gritty. They're fast. They're big. They've made couple trips to the state tournament in the past couple of years. They've had all-state basketball players. They've made a run for a state championship, and our girls are just going to have to come out firing on all cylinders, defensively and offensively. And I think if that happens, I feel like we can handle Latta pretty well.
Absolutely. And, Latta's one of those teams kind of like some other teams that we know of that they draw from the bigger town that they're connected to. So
they have Ada, Van Oss, Roth, Stonewall, They have all kinds. Seminole, Conowal, they draw all of those here. And they're very, very rich in sports here. Softball, baseball, basketball for both squads. It's just a very rich sports, little bitty sports town.
Yeah, and it's just kind of parallels what the coaches are doing with our softball girls in the preseason tournaments, getting them in front of some pretty stout competition and getting them prepared for district play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is going to be a very good test for our Leopardettes, and we end here this week and we go straight to Dixon next week in another tournament, and there's some very good competition next week in Dixon. You got some Tulsa and some OKC teams going, so okay. I feel like this is very good for us to get some of these games in going into next week also.
So I haven't had a chance to look at that Dixon bracket.
Both of our JVs and our varsity will be playing in this.
Okay.
Durant, let me get that schedule pulled up because I just had it.
Yeah, I noticed it. Someone had sent it to me earlier, but I hadn't. We had been updating the brackets for this tournament and things, and I hadn't really had a chance to take a look at it. So, but I think we got about 4 minutes left. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go to we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette basketball right here on the Leopardette Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And welcome back once again here to Latta, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are set to square off against the Latta Panthers here in the Latta tournament. I am your host tonight, not Jake Rutledge, along with Tandra Hamilton and RJ Brooks on the controls. Tandra, it looks like we got about a minute 30 left. You were going to do some research for us, and it sounds like we've got a pretty good lineup for next week's tournament as well.
Yeah, the girls will see Star Spencer. Well, I'm not necessarily saying they will, but we have Dixon, Star Spencer, Durant, our JV girls, Calera. We have a Tulsa team, Medill, and our varsity girls. So definitely a really good stacked tournament on the girls' side. And the boys, we have Dixon, Tulsa, Medill JV, Lindsay varsity, Ardmore JV, Calera, and Medill. So it's going to be a really good tournament, I think, on both sides of the bracket.
Absolutely. That sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting. And like I say, it looks like athletic director and coaches have done a good job of getting us into some tournaments here that they're going to give us some competition to get us prepared for district play.
Absolutely. We're going to pause here for a moment for the playing of the national anthem here.
Okay. Welcome back one last time here to Latta, Oklahoma, where the Leopardettes are set to square off against Latta in the Latta tournament. Looks like they're going to introduce the teams. Tander, little different format than they did with the boys. So
Yeah. There's our Leopardettes, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the same starting five that we've been seeing the past 4 games in now. So nothing's really changed. Maybe one spot, but other than that, that's about normal for us.
couple of changes there I noticed in the lineup.
Yeah.
And as you can expect, the hometown crowds are getting a little bit loud for the hometown team here. There's definitely going to be some home court advantage.
And there's your Latta Lady Panthers. And listening to the lineup, they are loaded with seniors in this starting
Yes,
five. I think that every single one was to the table.
That's nothing our girls can't handle.
No, absolutely not. We're going to have Emily Stone taking the tip off, it looks like, for us tonight, with Cameron Perry and Cannon Russell on the backcourt, and Braylee Malicote and Maddie McGowan's going to take on the sides, and we're going to see what we can do right here. And things are underway here in Latta, and they will take possession of the first jump ball, and that is going to the Leopardettes, as they were called. The Panthers were called for a backcourt. Cannon Russell at the top of the key passes over to Cameron Perry. Cameron Perry back to Emily Stone. Over to Cannon Russell. Cannon Russell drives, kicks out to Braylee Malicote. Braylee Malicote drives, kicks to Emily Stone. Back over to Cameron Perry. Emily sets a screen for Cameron. Back to the top of the key to Emily. Back over to Braylee Malicote on the right side of the floor. Over to Maddie McGowan. Cameron Perry. Cannon Russell drives, but there's nothing there. Screen set for Braylee Malicote. 3 underway by Emily Stone, and she banks it off the backboard for the first points of the game. And that is a 2. I'm sorry. Number 11 kicks back over to the left side of the court. 3 ball is no good. Emily Stone comes up with a rebound. Cannon Russell over to Braylee Malicote. Maddie McGowan for 3, and it is just shy. Latta comes down with the rebound. Number 11 drives, kicks it out. 14 for Latta drives, kicks out. Back to the top of the key. Over to number 11 for Latta. Back to the top of the key. And shot is no good by number 35 for Latta. And that pass was just a little, it was either a pass or it was a shot. For Latta. Back to the top of the key. And number 14 for Latta drives, puts up a 2, and it's no good. But number 35 for Latta is able to come down with a rebound. And Latta Panthers back it up and get ready for another offensive possession. And a cool sport pass by number 11 into number 10 for the Latta Panthers, and they tie it up. Cannon Russell drives, kicks it to Emily Stone, back to Maddie McGowan. 3 ball underway, and it is good by Maddie McGowan. Ball to the top of the key for Latta, back over to number 10. Over to the right side to number 11, back to the top of the key. A little cut pass right there for Latta, and the shot is no good by number 14, and Emily Stone gets that rebound. Maddie McGowan at the top of the key. Cannon Russell back cuts, passes off just a little bit, but that's a steal for Latta, number 11. She goes up for a layup, and it is good. Braylee Malicote back to the top to Maddie McGowan. Over to Cannon Russell. Tries to set a screen. And Cannon Russell's going to drive to the basket, and it's going to go in and out. And Latta's able to pull that rebound down. Ball to number 11, up to the top of the key. Does a little dribble drive, passes it out. Back to the top of the key for Latta. Left side of the court. Back into the middle. 33 drives to the paint. And we have a foul on the floor against Cameron Perry. Ball under for Latta. Passes it out to the top of the key. Dribble drive. Kicks it out. 3 ball underway for Latta, and it's no good. Cameron Perry for three, and it is just off. And that is going to turn the ball back over to the Latta Lady Panthers. Ball down the court for Latta. And they're going to get called for a travel violation. And that's going to turn the ball right back over to the Leopardettes. Here in the first quarter with 3:04 to play, Lindsay leads Latta 5-4. And ball in by Cameron to Cannon Russell. Little bounce pass to Emily Stone. And Emily's going to get called for a travel violation.
At this point, both teams are having trouble maintaining the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure how many turnovers we've got, but it's been quite a few.
We've only got two.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ball to the top of the key. Back to the left side of the floor. Passes it over to the right. Dribbles back down to the top. Or up to the top. Back over to the right side of the floor. Dribbles in the paint. Tries to float the pass over to number 35, and it just doesn't go. And that is going to be a turnover for the Latta Panthers. And they are going to take their first time out. And we will take one with them here on the Leopardette Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Latta, Oklahoma, where the Leopardettes are squaring off against the Latta Panthers in the Latta tournament.
And that is going to be a turnover. The ball just slips through Emily Stone's hands. And the Latta Lady Panthers bring it back down to the court. Ball inside. Maddie McGowan tries to tie it up, but doesn't do it any good. Three ball underway by number 11, in and out. And we have an over the back call on number 35 for Latta. And that is her first and the team's first. And we have a sub for Lindsay, and that is going to be Valenciano. And a sub for Latta. Looks like number 24 is going to join the lineup. Cannon gets the ball down the court, back to the top of the key to Maddie. Maddie over to Braley. Early thought about it, but there's nothing there. Little Cannon drives, ball up, and it is good for Cannon Russell. And your Leopardettes lead 7-4 with 1 minute and 34 seconds left in this quarter. Ball to the top of the key for Latta. I got trouble, and we will have another foul on the floor by Cameron Perry. And that will be her second foul and the team's second team foul. And we'll take the ball out side court right here for Latta with 1 minute and 21 seconds to go in the first quarter. Number 14 gets the inbounds. Does a little dribble drive and passes it to 33 into the paint. Cameron Perry comes up with a steal over to Cannon Russell, and she's bringing it down the court for the Leopardettes, and she sees a hole. Good bounce pass by Cannon Russell to Maddie McGowan, as she just can't get it to fall. And the Panthers are able to grab a rebound. Ball the right side, back to the top of the key, over to the left side of the floor. Little dribble drive, and we have a foul on the shot. And that's going to go against Cannon Russell. That's her first and the team's third. And we will shoot the first free throws of the ball game right here. Number 14 will take the line. She will make the first one. And we will have a sub for Latta. That's number 20 coming in for number 11. And the second one is up and good from the Latta shooter. And ball goes into Cannon Russell, and she brings it down the court. Back over to Cameron Perry. A drive and kick out to Braylee Malicote. Back to Maddie McGowan. Back out to Braylee Malicote. 3-ball up, and it is no good. And Latta is going to get the rebound. With 17 seconds left here in the first quarter, they're going to try to get one shot off right here. Dribble drive by number 10, passes it in the paint to number 24, and we have a travel violation by Latta. Cameron Perry gets set to throw it in bounce right here, and Latta's going to pick them up full court with 6 seconds left. And that is going to end the first quarter here in Latta, and your Leopardettes lead the Latta Lady Panthers 7-6. Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the Leopardette Sports Network.
One. And welcome back here once again to Latta, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are squared off against the Latta Panthers here in the Latta tournament. We're going to enter the second quarter. Leopardettes on top, 7-6.
Ball down low to Maddie McGowan. She turns, makes a spin move. One-hander is in and out. And Latta's able to pull that defensive rebound down and brings the ball back down to the other end of the court. Back to the top of the key. Dribbles picked up. Now she's in trouble. Back over to the left side of the floor. And number 20 puts up a floater. It is just over the basket. No good. Fights for a rebound, but the ball stays on the Latta end. And we will have a sub for the Latta Lady Panthers. And number 11 is going to check back in for number 20. And Latta will get the ball underneath the goal. In the paint pass, back out to number 33. Up to the top of the key, dribble picked up. Number 14, dribble drive. Kicks it cross court. Another skip pass, number 11, 3-ball up. And it is good. And Latta takes the lead for the first time in this game, 9-7, with 6 minutes and 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Cannon Russell quickly gets back down to the Leopardette end. Ball up to the top of the key to Braylee Malicote. Back over to Cannon Russell to the right side of the floor. Maddie McGowan's trying to go to work in there. Got somebody pinned. looking for somebody to pick it out, and she's called with a walking violation. And we are going to have a sub. Emily Stone will come in for Maddie McGowan.
You know, that time Latta just did a good job of moving the ball around there to get their girl open.
Yeah, Latta's going to be tough on defense. They always are, and they always have been. So we're going to have to get the ball in there when the time is right, and we're going to have to go up strong because they're not going to give up. They're gritty, and that's a steal by Valenciano, and she's going to take it all the way. But we are going to get a charge call on Valenciano. Number 14 is going to get down there and get her feet set for Latta, and she is able to get that charge called in her favor, and the ball turns over to Latta Lady Panthers. And that's Valenciano's first foul and the team's fourth team foul. Number 11 brings it cross court for Latta. Back over to the left side of the floor. The Leopardettes are putting pressure up top. And the dribble drive kicked out to number 21. 21's going to kick it over to 14. 14 sees a wide open shot, and she's going to take it, but it's no good. Emily Stone was able to come down with that rebound. And Cannon Russell brings it down to the court. Cameron Perry 3-ball up, and it is no good. And Latta's going to be able to bring that ball down. Leopardettes go back to work on the defensive end. 3-ball up, and it is no good by number 11 for Latta, but we are able to tie that ball up off the rebound. Oh, excuse me, we have a foul on the floor. Number 20, that will be Emily Stone. That will be her first foul, team foul number 5. So we are closing in on the bonus here with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. And Lindsay trails 9-7 against the Latta Lady Panthers. Ball to the top of the key, long 3-ball up, and it is no good. And Cannon Russell was able to come up with that rebound. And here comes Latta back down to the other end of the court. And we're going to get a foul on Valenciano, and that's should be her second, team foul number 6. And it's going to put the Latta Lady Panthers underneath the goal. Ball in, top of the key, long 3-ball. And it is no good. And Valenciano is able to scoop that up for her first rebound of the game. And Cannon Russell brings the ball up to the Leopardette side of the court. Back over to Emily Stone, top of the key to Cameron Perry. Right side of the floor. Back into Emily Stone. Emily Stone doesn't have nothing. And that is another turnover for the Leopardettes.
And am I correct? That's 4 so far for the Leopardettes, Tandra?
Emily Stone has 4 turnovers so far.
How many do we have total?
We have 5.
5 total.
Yep. And ball in. Cannon Russell's going to give her a little pressure up there. And able to keep up and get one step ahead of her. And ball out to the Landmark Bank emblem. And she's going to get a double dribble call, and the Leopardettes will get the ball back. Yeah, we have 5 turnovers, and honestly, they're not necessarily just throwing the ball away. It's just been trying to get the ball into the paint to Emily. Maybe she's caught it, and they've kind of just tipped it out of her hand. It's not necessarily been really bad turnovers. I could say they've been good turnovers.
Yeah.
Cameron Perry's got the ball, drives in, kicks it out to Valenciano. Valenciano over to Maddie McGowan. Maddie McGowan drives in, little jump shot, and it is in and out, and no good.
You know, the ball just does not want to go in
It does
for the
not.
Leopardettes
It does
tonight.
not. The shots are not falling right now, but you know what? It takes one. It takes one 3-ball or one shot to go, and it's contagious. It'll
Get
start.
going. That's right.
And it looks like we have number 25, Mackenzie, will check into the game for the Leopardettes. Will head fake and ball up and no good by number 11 for Latta. Braylee Malicote was able to bring that rebound down, and here comes the Leopardettes.
Well, good job, Maddie and Briley there.
Oh, good pass there by Braylee Malicote, and one for Maddie McGowan, and she will go to the line. Very good assist right there by Braylee Malicote. She was able to drive in and make something happen and keep her head up at the same time and see that Maddie McGowan was wide open. And Maddie is going to pick up her first foul, and that's going to send the Latta Lady Panthers to the line for a 1-and-1. With 3 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the second quarter, we are all tied up here in Latta, Oklahoma, against the hometown Latta Lady Panthers. And number 11 for Latta will take the strike for, I believe this is the third or fourth free throw of the game. And that is going to be good, and Latta takes another lead. And ball up for second, and it is no good. And Braylee Malicote was able to grab that rebound and get it over to Cameron Perry so we can get something set up and try to take the lead back. Ball over to Braylee Malicote. She looks for something, and it's not there. Back to the top of the key, over to Layla McKenzie. Tries to bring it in, and there was nothing there, and we're going to get a foul, and that's going to be on Braylee Malicote. We're going to get a sub. Cannon Russell's going to enter the game for McKenzie. And we are back in the 1-and-1 over here for Latta, and number 11 will go back to the line. And first free throws up and good.
And number 11, she's had a little bit of success at the line tonight.
Absolutely. If we're trying to foul, which I don't think we are, if we're trying to foul, we probably don't need to foul her.
Nah, that's not the girl you want to foul.
She's been making her free throws, and as we speak, she misses her second one. And Maddie McGowan was able to get that rebound. Back to the top of the key to Maddie. She a little fake toss right there, spin move, jump shot, and it's no good. And number 14 for Latta was able to pull that down and bring it back up. Set their offense up. Back to the top of the key for Latta. Little dribble drive, and she's going to get a walking violation. And that will turn the ball back over to the Leopardettes. And Cannon Russell brings it down to the court. Back over to the left side of the court to Valenciano. To Braylee Malicote. Back to the top of the key. 3-ball from Cameron Perry, and it's just off the mark. And here comes Latta. Little spin move action. Left-handed layup, and it's no good. Maddie McGowan was able to grab that rebound and hang tight when she had a load of Latta Panthers, Lady Panthers, right there around her.
Yeah, and they about got an elbow.
And we got a foul from Latta.
I don't think Maddie's the girl I'm going to get in front of.
Number 11 for Latta is going to pick up her second foul. Only the third team foul for Latta. That number sticks out to me. We have 18 fouls, and Latta only has 3, and we have 1 minute and 35 seconds left here in the second quarter. Back to the top of the key to Russell. Maddie McGowan for 3, and it is no good. Cannon Russell gets the offensive rebound, goes back up, and is put to the line for 2 free throws.
And this this is what we've been looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we said Tuesday night that there was a lot of three shot, a ton of them. And we discussed how we would like to see more of the ball going into the paint to see what we can do. And tonight we have done a very, very, very good job of getting the ball into the paint. And first free throw from Cannon is no good, but she makes the second one. And now the score is 10-11. Latta Lady Panthers ahead by 1. And I feel like we have really, really have gotten the ball into the paint. We have created a lot of good open shots down there in the paint. They're just not falling, honestly. I think if half of what we've shot has went in, I think we would have a substantial lead right now. They're just not falling. 3 ball from Cameron Perry, and it's no good. And we had 2 Leopardettes go after that rebound, and neither one of them could get up with it. They kind of collided. But you got to love the effort of seeing them actually go after the offensive rebound. We've been struggling with that the first couple of games. So seeing them going after the offensive rebounds, we're adjusting and we're making the adjustments and fixing what we need to fix. And that's all you could ask for right now. And it's a 10-13 ball game. So I think they're doing a very good job of the dribble drive and just passing, getting the ball passed around and being patient. That's the key, is being patient. And we have a foul on the shot that's going to send number 11 to the line for the Latta Lady Panthers. And that's on Braylee Malicote, and that's her second. Number 11 will step to the line for 2 free throws. First one up and no good.
We need to keep bragging on her.
Yeah.
That way she'll keep missing. About the time we start bragging on her, she starts to miss. So
Yeah. Second free throw up, and it is good. And the Latta Lady Panthers lead 14-10 with 20 seconds left here in the second quarter. Now the Leopardettes are trying to look just to get down the court and get something off, and hopefully it falls for them to go into the half. And the Latta Panthers are putting pressure on them. Braylee Malicote to Cannon Russell, top of the key. 3 ball by Cannon is no good. Braylee Malicote puts the pressure on her, and 3 ball up, no good. And we will end the first half of play here in Latta against the Latta Lady Panthers. Your Leopardettes are down 14-10 going into the second half, and we'll be back here on the Lindsay Sports Network.
on. And welcome back once again here to Latta, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are squaring off against the Latta Panthers here in the Latta tournament. Once again, I am your host, not Jake Rutledge, along with Tandra Hamilton and RJ Brooks. Tandra, first half seems to be the tale of turnovers and missed opportunities in defensive battles.
Yeah, I think that we have said the past two broadcasts that we would like to see the girls get the ball down low a lot more and stop shooting the three as much as they've been. And to be honest, they have done it. They have gotten the ball down low. The ball hasn't fallen for them. They have gotten all the shots. They're wide open. It just hasn't fallen for them. No. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're taking good shots. And we have about 7 to 8 turnovers right now. And there's maybe 2 of those turnovers that I would say are bad turnovers. And first possession of the game, we get a jump ball, and we're going to have a sub for Emily Stone. It looks like she might have gotten elbowed in the mouth. So Valenciano is going to come in, and Lady Panthers will bring it up the ball for the first time bring it up the court for the first time in the second half. And like I said, defensively, we've gotten up there. We've attacked with them. We have rebounded the ball very well tonight.
Absolutely.
Ball up and good for number 33 for Latta. And she extends the lead by 6 for the Lady Panthers. Ball to the top of the key to Cameron Perry. Cameron Perry drives, kicks it out to Brayley Malicote. 3-ball from Brayley, and it is just short. But a wide open 3, and that's a good take. That's a good shot right there. That's a good taking shot.
Yeah, halftime Brayley was nailing.
Yeah.
8 out of every 10. So
yeah, and and I'm not saying that the 3-ball is bad by no means. I just, when we say take more inside the paint, we just like to take or see more shots down low, not necessarily stop shooting the 3 at all. And they've done a very, very, very good job of that tonight. The dribble drive has been extremely effective for them, and that's a turnover right there for the Leopardettes. And the Lady Panthers will bring it back down to the court. I haven't seen much that I just don't like tonight. Yeah, we're losing by 6, but we're playing extremely good defense, and we're moving the ball extremely well on the offensive end.
Yeah, like I say, we just need to get lucky, and the axis needs to tilt a little bit more our way, and a few of those balls to fall in, and we'll be. And that's a steal by
Cameron Perry, and Brayley Malicote's going to be driving for a layup, but gets a little bit tripped up, and Cameron Perry's going to go for a floater, and she records her first points of the night as that floater does fall for Cameron Perry, and she cuts that lead down.
Excellent hustle there by Perry.
Yeah, absolutely. Perry got that steal and was able to turn it into something. There she goes. She gets another steal, and she has a wide open left-handed layup, and she's going to get it. And that is going to be her 4th point of the game, ladies and gentlemen, by Cameron Perry, back-to-back. And
the Latta coaches want to try to cool her down.
Yeah, Latta Lady Panthers are going to take a timeout right here and discuss things and say, hey, we're turning the ball over twice now here on the offensive end. Something's got to give, and we're just going to keep it right here.
The tide started to turn there for the Leopardettes, and the Latta coach got a little nervous.
Here we are. We were down 6, and now we cut the deficit into 2. And once things start falling, I think that we're going to be very dangerous on the offensive end, and it looks like we have a new face on the floor, and that's Brecken Klein. Will check into a varsity game for the first time in her high school career. Ball crosses half court for Latta. Back to the top of the key. Over to the right-handed side. Back to number 11. Back to the top of the key. Little dribble drive, kick out, and she's going to get called for a travel violation.
Yeah, this is Leopardettes got a shot here.
Yeah. Here we go. We can tie the ball game up right here. with one shot. And Cannon Russell brings it back down. And that was meant for Maddie McGowan. It just doesn't quite get to her. And we're going to get a foul on the floor. And I believe that's going to go to Bradley, and that's going to be her third. And that's Bradley Mallicoat's third foul. Ball out, 3-ball up, and good by number 11 for the Latta Lady Panthers. And Cannon Russell dishes back to Maddie McGowan. Maddie McGowan jump shot, and it's no good. And Cannon Russell's going to pick up a foul on that exchange. And now I feel like we're almost rushing our shots right now. We're rushing to get down and get something happening because we've cut the deficit in half. And we've cut that deficit in half by just settling down and running the offense, not necessarily rushing anything. So I think we just need to take a deep breath and come back down to the offensive side. And that's another steal by Cameron Perry. And she's going to bring the ball up the court by herself. Dishes over to Cannon Russell. Cannon Russell with Maddie McGowan. Dribble and up. And she's going to get fouled on the way up, and she's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
You know, and that's what you're looking for when you dish the ball down low. You draw that foul.
Absolutely.
So,
I think that during the practices after Tuesday night's game, I think Coach Cater is probably like, hey, guys, we got something really good that we could have going down in the paint. We just got to be patient. We got to dribble and drive and kick out and throw the skip pass, and they're doing a wonderful job tonight. Maddie McGowan's first free throw is up and good. Second free throw is up and good.
And, you know, they get a little nervous when Maddie grabs the ball down low.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have shot 5 free throws tonight, and so far we've made 3 of those 5. So our free throw percentage tonight is good also. Brecken Klein almost gets that steal. Back to the top of the key, number 14, over to the left side of the floor. Number 10 will dribble it back up to the top of the key, passes it over to number 11 for the Latta Lady Panthers. Back to the top of the key, number 14 will take control of the ball. Dribbles to the right side, back up to the left, a little spin move. Back over to number 14, fake shot, jump shot, up and good by number 14 for the Latta Lady Panthers. And the Panthers lead 21-16 with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And number 11 is going to pick up, I believe, her third foul of the game. Cannon Russell will start our offense. Hands it off to Braylee Mallicoat. Braylee Mallicoat shoots, and that is a jump shot 3 from Braylee Mallicoat. And that cuts the deficit back in half.
That's what I was saying, Tander. I was watching her at halftime, and she was nailing 8 out of 10. So.
Yeah. And that's going to be a turnover, and the Leopardettes have a chance right here to tie the ball game.
But just like that, the Leopardettes are only down 2.
Yeah.
So.
We lost the lead in I believe, the first quarter, and I don't think we've gotten it back since then. So they have a chance to take the lead. And that's going to be a walking violation on Cannon Russell. I think that maybe she got a little too excited right there.
I think she hesitated just a little bit too long.
She knew what she wanted, but the play wasn't happening as fast as what she was. So no big deal. We got the ball back onto the Latta Lady Panther end, and our defense goes to work again. And they've come out on all 4 cylinders with a bunch of steals and a bunch of pressure. Ball into the paint, and that's going to be a steal by. There was about 3 Leopardettes on that steal, but it came
We'll give
out of
that one to Brecken. I think Brecken got her hand on it first.
Latta Lady Panthers is going to slow the game down just a little bit, may get the game back into their tempo. To the top of the key to number 20. Dribbles over to the right side, back to the top of the key, over to the left side to number 14. Dribble into the right side right here and top of the key for number 14 for Latta. back to the right side. And she's going to get called for a travel violation as well. And Valenciano is going to check in for Brecken Klein.
And Klein, very impressive for her first show here.
Yeah, absolutely. She was put in, I think, for size and defense, and she went down there and did that. So I think that was a very good outing for Klein. Hopefully we can see more minutes. And that's a bounce pass from Braley. 3-ball from Cameron is no good, just short. And Latta was able to come up with that rebound. On the right side of the court for Latta, back to the left. A little dribble drive and hits the bottom of the glass and no good. And Cannon Russell was able to steal that ball just a little bit. And then we got a bunch of dribbling, tripping action going on in the middle of the court. But it looks like Cameron was able to get that ball under control just enough to draw the foul. And number 14 for Latta will get her first foul of the game.
Perry had me a little worried there for a minute.
Yeah. And if Cameron wouldn't have got tripped up and she would have got her balance back, we had a wide open layup because I believe we had Maddie under the goal, I believe. Ball into Cannon, back to the top of the key to Maddie McGowan. Long 3-ball from Cameron Perriman. It is good. And the Lindsay Leopardettes take the lead for the first time in this second half against the Latta Lady Panthers. It's 22-21. And now the Leopardettes will put on some defense right here against the Latta Panthers.
And
that is going to be.
If I'm the Latta coach, I'm taking a timeout right now because these Leopardettes smell blood.
Well, that's a controversial call right there because we had a jump ball in the middle. Everybody's seen the jump ball. The whistle was blown. We thought there was going to be a jump ball, and a timeout was called. So I think Coach Cater is trying to get clarification right now as to why the jump ball wasn't called before the timeout. But nonetheless, Latta Lady Panthers take a full timeout, and we'll be right back on the Lindsay Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Latta, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are squared off against the Latta Panthers here in the Latta tournament. And Chandra, with 58 seconds left here in the third period, we got ourselves a ball game. Leopardettes on top by leading by 1.
Yeah, absolutely. They came out of the half, and they have been ready to play ball since coming out of the half. They've been shooting the ball really well, and the ball's been falling for them, and that's all we needed. We needed one shot to fall, and everything else will. And our defense has been stellar.
Just stout on defense.
Yeah, absolutely. We're playing up in the face, going to get after it defense, and that's what I like to see. And Cameron gets up. 33 gets around her and was able to drive to the goal, but was not able to finish that shot. And Maddie McGowan was able to come down with that rebound. And we're going to try to get one shot off here to end the third quarter by the Leopardettes with 18 seconds left. We're going to get into our play situation. We got a little push and shoving going on down there. 3-ball by Cameron is no good. And a long half-court shot barely misses. And we, in the third quarter, heading into the fourth with a 1-point lead. Leopardettes 22 and your Latta Lady Panthers 21. We'll be right back here on the Leopard Sports Network.
One. And welcome back here to the fourth quarter of the Latta tournament, where your Leopardettes are taking on the Latta here on top, 22-21. Tanner, it's been an exciting ball game, and it seems like the Leopardettes are really turning it on and getting hot at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they went in the halftime and got their game plan, and Coach Cater was able to settle them down. 3 ball by Cameron Perry is just short. It looks like it was fixing to go in and out. And the Latta Lady Panthers were able to come up with that rebound. Hannah Russell gets the steal, and she goes up for a layup and is fouled by number 14. And she will go to the line for the Leopardettes. Kendon Russell's first free throw's up and no good. Second free throw is no good. And we are going to get a foul on the floor against Cannon Russell. It's going to be her third foul, the team's third team foul. And ball goes under the goal for the Latta Lady Panthers. Ball into high post, and she was able to save that ball, but it does tip the fingers of number 14 from Latta, and it goes out of bounds, and that's a turnover, and the Leopardettes will take control. Cannon Russell brings the ball down. Back to Braylon Malicote, back to Valenciano, dribble drive, and it's going to be a thrown up little right-handed layup, and it's no good. And the Latta Lady Panthers will get the ball. And Latta was able to get their own rebound, and that's going to go back up. Cameron Perry gets the ball. Little fake shot right there. Back over to Valenciano to the right side of the court. Valenciano looks, drives, and goes up for 2, and that's going to send her to the line for 2 free throws, and that's going to be her first free throws of the game.
Excellent job of drawing the foul there.
Yeah. And first one is no good. Second one up. No, it is good. It bounces out and back in. So that is a good free throw for Valenciano. And we are all tied up, ladies and gentlemen, against the Latta Lady Panthers. 3 ball for Latta, and it's just short. Cannon Russell was able to grab that rebound, and she's going to bring it back down to the court. She doesn't have numbers. Passes over to Cameron. Cameron back to Valenciano. And she has Cameron Perry drives back to Valenciano. Valenciano drives back to Cannon Russell. Cannon Russell drives, jump shot, good.
She got it.
She did. And we take the lead here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 33 seconds left. And Braylon Malicote's putting the pressure on her Latta Lady Panther guard. Maddie McGowan gets down and plays some good defense right there. We got a cut from the Latta Lady Panther, and that is good and 1. And that's going to send number 11 to the line. And number 11 has been fantastic at the free throw line for the Latta Lady Panthers.
No, she got hot there at the first of the game, and then she tapered off there. So let's hope she continues that.
Ball up, and it is no good. Bounces around the rim. Maddie McGowan was able to get that rebound. And here comes Cannon Russell. Fast and furious. Valenciano in the paint, a little out of control right there. And Maddie McGowan, top of the key three, and it is good. And what a game Maddie McGowan has been having so far. She is just lights out right now. She had a little rough start in the first quarter, and ever since her little set down and Coach Cater was like, hey, you got this. It's okay. She's came out firing.
And it looks like the Panthers they're just a little bit rattled, and the Leopardettes are just heating up and getting hotter. So
taking advantage of the momentum is definitely on the Lindsay Leopardette side right now. Valenciano drives, kicks out to Braylon Malicote. Braylon Malicote for three, just misses. And here comes the Latta Lady Panthers with no numbers and a herd of Leopardettes down there. She finds a hole, she drives, and it is good. And the Latta Lady Panthers cut the deficit by into one. Cannon Russell slows the pace down. Drives, kicks it to Maddie. Maddie looks for an open player, has Braley. Braley kicks it to Valenciano. Valenciano backs it up, resets everything. And we got a turnover. Latta Lady Panthers get the ball back, and Cameron Perry's going to get a steal. A&B foul on the way to the bucket.
and Perry's kind of specialized in that tonight.
Yeah, she's got 5 steals alone.
How many?
5 by herself. Ball to the high post to Maddie McGowan. Maddie McGowan looks for somebody. Cameron Perry steps back. Big three. And it's going to be that's going to be a moving screen by Maddie McGowan. And that's going to be her second foul, the team's 5th foul. And that was a little iffy right there. I feel like she probably got her feet set, but nonetheless, ball goes back down to Leopardette, or to Latta Panther end. And Gallen fights for the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession stays with the Latta Lady Panthers underneath the goal. And we have a 1-point ball game with 3 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the 4th quarter in Latta, the first round of the Latta Classic. And ball in. And they're going to go right back into the paint with it, and it's going to slip through number 24's hands, and it's going to go out of bounds. And the Leopardettes will take control of the ball with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Cannon Russell brings the ball down to the court. Dribble drives over to Braylon Malicote. Braylon Malicote passes it back to Valenciano. Valenciano sees a hole, passes it to Cameron Perry. Cameron Perry kind of slows the pace down. And we have an efficient time. Valenciano has hurt her ankle or her knee over there. She stepped funny, or she did a funny move, and he's got something hurt over there. I can't tell if it's a knee or if it's an ankle, but we will stay right here on the Leopardette Sports Network as we take a 30-second timeout.
Oh, And welcome back here to Latta, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are taking on the Latta Lady Panthers here in the Latta Classic Tournament. With 155 left in the ball game, Leopardettes on top, 31-27, Tandra.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a good turn of events because we were trailing at the half, and we got a little stir crazy in our head there for a minute in the third quarter, got behind, and now we're back up, and looks like we're doing a lot of good things right here. Ball over to Maddie McGowan. Maddie McGowan throws a skip pass to Braylee Malicote. Braylee Malicote's just trying to keep the ball away. Back to Cannon Russell, Braylee Malicote, and what? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think that's a big foul opportunity right there that we just, the ref just missed, and not to each their own, but I think that we probably should, have got that ball back right there on the sideline. Nonetheless, that's a turnover, and here comes the Latta Lady Panthers. Now it's 31-29. Your Leopardettes with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. And the Latta Lady Panthers are bringing the pressure here on defense, trying to cause some chaos and cause some turnovers. And they're trying to get in these steals right here. And we just got to keep our head, and we just got to keep patient. Ball over to Cameron. Cameron gets it, and the steal by number 14. And that puts Latta back into it. And it's all tied up here in Latta, Oklahoma, 31-31 against the Latta Lady Panthers with 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like the Latta Lady Panthers are going to take a full timeout, and we'll take one with them. Stay tuned on Leopard Sport.
And welcome back here to Latta, Oklahoma, where the Leopardettes are squared off against the Latta Panthers in the Latta Classic Tournament. With 39.9 seconds left to go in the ball game, we're all tied up. And I was looking for you, Tandra.
Oh, sorry, I'm right here.
I didn't see you. I was fixing to say, and Tandra has left the building. We got ourselves a ball game here, Tandra.
Absolutely. Here we are tied up. Leopardettes have the ball with 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and it looks like if there's not a steal, this could be the last shot of the game. So I think we got to go. We can't just sit out and play catch. And we got a timeout by Cater. He is not happy with what he sees right now, and he's got to get his girls on the same page with 23 seconds left. And we're going to take a 30-second timeout, but we're going to keep it right here. And Robert,
looks like I think we've got 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, Latta's got one.
So we've got possession. We've got 2 timeouts left. Yep. The girls, I think coach is just going to tell the girls, look, relax. Absolutely. You know what to do. Play ball. Yeah. Everything's going to be fine.
Huh?
And this is going to be exciting.
We could go into overtime right here. And to be honest, it wouldn't be a bad thing. We would get more time on the clock. We could get away from the defensive pressure and settle down and hopefully get some shots off.
Absolutely. So let's see what coach has dialed up for the Leopardettes.
Leopardettes have the ball on the sideline over there on their bench. Back court to Cannon Russell. And here comes the Leopardettes with 20 seconds left. Back over to Emily Stone. Emily Stone able to save the ball. Gets it to Cameron Perry with 12 seconds left. Cannon Russell's going to take it in. Floats it up. Emily Stone's going to shoot. And it goes in. Yes. And one for Emily Stone. And she's going to head to the line for an and one free throw right here. With 6.3 seconds left, the Leopardettes are leading 33-31, and Latta's going to take a timeout to discuss things And that is our final timeout. And it's going to be a full timeout. So we will take a break with them. Stay tuned. We got 6 seconds and a 2-point ball game here in Latta on the Leopardette Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Latta, Oklahoma, where the Leopardettes are 6 seconds away from ending this first game of the tournament with the Latta Panthers.
What you could say is a walk-off win at this point.
Let's hope. And Stone's going to be up on the free throw line.
And this is a very, very, very crucial free throw. Emily doesn't have very many points right now. And that's going to be good for Emily Stone. And we take a 3-point lead. And here comes Latta with 3 seconds left. 3 ball up. And it is just off the mark. And your Lindsay Leopardettes are going to win the first round of the Latta Classic here in Latta, Oklahoma against the Latta Lady Panthers. And hats off to the Latta Lady Panthers and the Lindsay Leopardettes. They put on a really good ball game tonight. 34-31 is your final score, and the Leopardettes advance to the second round of the winners bracket tomorrow with the Lindsay Leopards.
And if you'll stay tuned, I'll get a new post out here shortly, and we'll update the brackets.
The boys, the girls, I should play first tomorrow, and then directly after it should be the boys. So we should be able to catch both games right back to back. So thanks for joining in, ladies and gentlemen, on the Leopardette Sports Network, your home of Lindsay basketball. And we will see you tomorrow.
If you can't be a good sport, don't play sports.